For my first scenario, I chose a baseball coach decides he wants to teach an under-9s team a speedball pitch. To do this, he has to touch students and direct their movement in the throw, like moving their stance, hands, legs. So it's with consent he would be completely allowed, but without, obviously, it would be unethical and possibly illegal. He will teach the higher and lower ability players, but it will focus on the higher ability players, on their development and how they progress. The consent in this would be he would have to ask their parents, as they are they're under 16, as an under-9s team. So they wouldn't be able to give consent, so they would have to have verbal or written consent from their parents. And for equal opportunities in this situation, the lower and higher ability should be focused on equally, and not just the higher ability players, even if they are the players that do play in the games. It should still be equal opportunities in this. For scenario 2, a basketball coach of an under-17s group plans to test the ability of her players' three-point shot. She has the subs record how many 3 points are taken and how many are scored or missed. She tells the team that they'll be taking part in a 3-point contest, but does not tell them that they'll be recorded, and the scores are put up on the notice board with all the names and the scores from the lowest to the highest. Now, the ethical issues in this would be that the subs did not volunteer to record, and they were just made to, but this would also be the equal opportunities that they're not used. This would also be omission. This would be omission of the aims and what they're trying to find of the study, the aims of the study, as they're not being told at all, and they're just telling them that they would be doing a 3-point contest. With this, the anonymity, where they put up with the names and the scores from the lowest to the highest. So this would also be from anonymity and privacy of their putting their names. But as well, protection from harm, as this could be socially and psychologically harmful if people see that one of the players has the lowest, and they would maybe mock this person or take the piss out of this person for getting a lower score than everyone else, for getting the lower score. Scenario 3 would be a jockey's coach intending to monitor this young jockey's coach intending to monitor his weight for 3 months before a big race, so that he can be at his peak weight for the race. He tends to take the weight from a skin caliper test, as well as his BMI, and he would then post these weights and recordings on his blog online. This would be a problem with privacy and anonymity, where he would have to keep his name out of it, and would also have to ask him if he could put it up, as well as just protection from harm. So if it is, if it's not anonymous, then this could socially, psychologically hurt this jockey, this young athlete, as if people saw this, he might be embarrassed about his own weight, so this could definitely harm him, as well as this informed consent, as he is young, and the jockey would have to ask for parents' permission. For my last scenario, a secondary school teacher wants to teach her Year 9 class on rugby. As she intends to teach them full contact rugby, she sends a letter home to the kids' parents so they can give her consent for them to play. She asks the kids who's comfortable with tackling and puts them in rugby in general, and puts them into different groups where they play against the same skill level and confidence, just to give the players of a lower ability a better chance at learning and developing. She also allows the students that aren't as comfortable, who maybe want to withdraw, the ability and the option to join other classes of PE if they don't want to join in with rugby. With this, it would be a good show of informed consent, equal opportunities, and the right to withdraw. As with informed consent, there would be a lot. the letters were sent home asking parents of a Year 9 class, so that is, they're not allowed to give consent for themselves, but this gives informed consent from the parents that they're allowed to play full contact rugby, and that if any of the kids do get injured with the likelihood being quite high being full contact rugby, the teacher is not at fault, as the parents have given their consent for it. Equal opportunities, as well as the teacher did give put her students into different ability groups where they'll be able to develop and play against people at their same level that they think they're at. Although this might not be their actual level that they're at, they might think they're better or worse than they actually are. But this gives them the chance to play against people that aren't as confident as maybe the group who think they're the most confident, as the most confident will be most likely a lot stronger or have played before. So they'll be happy to play, and they'll play against the other stronger students, and the weaker students, or maybe the less confident students with rugby, they'll play against that level, so they can have equal opportunities to play, have the ball, and develop in these lessons. The right to withdraw, as well as letting the students join different PE classes if they aren't comfortable or don't want to join in at all.